I'm so ATL. I'm so ATL. I'm so ATL. I'm so ATLANTAGA, bitch, fuck the rest. ATL. I'm so ATL. I'm so ATL. I'm so ATL. I'm so ATLANTAGA, bitch, fuck the rest. ATL. I'm so ATL. I'm so ATL. I'm so ATL. I'm so ATLANTAGA, bitch, fuck the rest.
Yo, what it do, what's good? Hey, it's the Real Atlanta Podcast. We're back, it's Sunday. We up in the building. What's good, Lab?
What's going on, brothers? Another
Yeah.
another great day.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, today we got a special guest in here tonight. We had two special guests, but other guest, Q Harper, he got sick. So I was like, he got sick, so I didn't want him to just, force himself in here with no mask on and trying to be,
Right.
That's right. We don't want to get nothing spread around here,
Right.
Yeah. So, but I got my man in here, my partner, Jay Sherod. He also my barber, so you know what I'm saying. So I got my man Jay Sherod in here. What's going on, Jay?
What's happening, man? Excited to be here, brother.
Man of many talents.
Most definitely, man. My man got a lot of things going on. He's one of the movers and shakers out here in Douglasville. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying. So
we ain't in Douglasville. We in a secret location.
Okay.
Oh yeah. That's right.
But in Douglasville, he the mover and shaker.
Yeah. He's one of the movers and shakers. So you know what I'm saying. He have a lot of things going on. He got a lot of health products going on. He has a lot of classic man fries what he has going on, man. It's a lot he does, right? So I said when we do this Real Atlanta Podcast, you know what I'm saying, we gotta have somebody who's got something going on, who's doing something, who's shaking and moving in the community, you know what I'm saying, community-based things he does. So these health products he got really need help because we around here on this medication, man, that we've been taking, that the doctor is giving us. And man, we already know our ancestors use them herbs and spices, man, to get us right. You know what I mean?
Right.
So he's gonna talk about a few things he got going on, man. Go on, chime in, brother Jay.
Peace. I want to say peace to everybody, man. Peace to the gods and the earths out there doing their thing. Yes, I am Jay Sherod. Master barber, been cutting hair since the 5th grade, man. Can you believe that?
Okay.
My father set me down and made me learn how to cut hair in the 5th grade, and I really appreciate him for that, and very grateful for that. To have a father to pour in me like that, and I'm grateful that he's here now. And nowadays we need our fathers in our lives, man. And a lot of our brothers falling by the wayside. So super excited that and appreciative that he did that for me. But now, like he said, I'm Chris Barber, been cutting his hair for a while. Knowing his brother for a while, we got connected, man. We go way back. We go way back with a few things. But right now, I just got involved with a company with some health and wellness products, man. And when you talk about health and wellness, diabetes, high blood pressure is running rampant in our community, man. And like he said, we're on a lot of these medications from the white coats, man, and they really don't care about our health. They basically just want to mask everything and just have us continue purchasing. But now we have some products. I have some products, some holistic products, pharmaceutical grade products, herbs that work, that do what they're supposed to do. And we don't make any medical claims to cure or mitigate anything, but these products would definitely move those issues out of the way. Okay. And we have a lot of strong testimonies and a few I'm going to share tonight on the podcast, bro.
Okay, man. I love it, man. I love it because, like you said, they will give you something to take for a mask, and it just helps you live, I guess, but it helps you keep them paid. So you know what I'm saying? One thing about the doctors and the pharmaceuticals, they work together, they're teammates. You know what I'm saying? So they keep each other going. You keep going to and insurance. Don't let me forget the insurance too.
Oh, yeah.
The insurance, the doctors,
bust us in the head with the insurance.
And the pharmaceutical, they work together. So they're doing is they keeping us on it. You better take these medicines for life instead of curing the problem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna just keep aiding to it. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Putting a mask over a slight little cast. So
that's right.
It's good to have somebody like, because you told me that the people who was the inventors of it, they stayed on Dr. Sebi, right?
Yeah. So this company, what really attracted me to this company, when I first heard some things, we met the VP of sales and he talked about, the building of the company. They're out of Mexico. I didn't know that Dr. Sebi, he spent some time out there in Mexico.
I'm sure.
And one of the doctors, Dr. Antonio, he spent some time with him. You know, so their foundation is based on a lot of Dr. Sebi's combination and blends that he put together to help heal. So that's what really attracted me to the company. And then after I got the product and started using it for myself, and then started sharing it with people and getting these testimonies back, oh, we in business. Right now, I'm the only one around in this area, in the Douglasville area, that's pushing these products, and I'm looking to flood the market with it and definitely capitalize on it, if you know what I mean.
Right, most definitely. I mean, if it don't make money, it don't make sense.
I know that's right.
So even though you're helping, you know what I'm saying, because you be on a medication that's really not good for you, you know what I'm saying. So basically, I guess if you study more and understand what you need to do and to decrease the problem, you know what I'm saying, it helps as well. I know you say like y'all not no medical field and saying that this will cure anything, but like it's things we need to do to change it up.
That's right.
Yeah. So what? And you also were saying something about you may be doing a health scan.
Okay, so right here I brought it with me. So we got some cutting edge technology.
Okay.
So this is the health scanner right here. So what this scanner does is it scans 45 vital points of the body, and it's gonna let you know, hey, you may need some improvement right here in your kidneys, your liver, man, it needs some help right here. And then it's gonna recommend specific products that we already have for you to take to assist and help move that issue out of the way.
Okay.
We also have a health bot, like an AI bot. We can text the people, and they can just put in, what do you have for? What do you have for high blood pressure? What do you have for diabetes? A lot of women like to put in, what do you have for menopause and hot flashes? So that AI bot is going to bring up specific products that they can use to help move away that issue.
I mean, and that you just said something about the menopause. I mean, I'm not a female, but I know that that's a a raging issue in our community, especially Black community. You know what I'm saying? They start going into menopause earlier than normal. You know what I'm saying? Right. So maybe that's something they can the bot can tell them, because we know like the AI stuff it's a help. You know what I'm saying? In some instances, so you know what I'm saying. So it can help you, determine what you need, especially get some of the products that y'all have.
Yes. So that's one thing that we have. The AI bot that we use is definitely combined with all the products in the company. Right. So they're going to give you specific products that are already on my website, and it's going to let you know what these products have in them, what doses it takes. It's going to let you know everything you need to know about that product. So it kind of just helps the sale. Me being a barber, I kind of have a health store right in back of me. So I'm cutting hair, and I'm asking my clients, hey, what are your 3 major health concerns? They tell me their health concerns, and while they're talking about it, I'm pulling up the bot. I'm putting it in, and it's showing them the exact products they need. They like, oh, that's what I need? You got that with you? If I got it with me, I'll make the sale then. If I don't, I'm sending them to my website.
Oh, okay. Some Slick says, are we going to get a live demo?
We can if we got time. I was going.
We'll make time.
Yeah, I was going to hook this. I was going to hook the scanner up and do a scan on Chris right now.
Hey man, put my business out there. Nah, for real, yeah.
Nah, we can do that. And then I have a few products with me. This is our T-Talk. So the first thing you want to do, man. A lot of us, man, have never really done a detox.
Not the right one.
Not the right detox.
Right.
And nowadays with the food that we eat, it got all these toxins in it, parasites, you name it, chemicals in it that's in our body. And if we consume this food, and we can't allow those things to sit in our body because they cause inflammation. And then, inflammation leads to chronic diseases. So the first thing you need to do is detox. You want to get all that mess up out you, even though you're going to get some good stuff out too, but you want to get all the bad stuff out of you when you detox. So we have a great, amazing detox. Chris took this detox himself. It's going to clean all your vitals, organs, and it's going to target your digestive system. Okay. Once you do that, now we have something to build off of, because we want to strip you down all the way to ground floor level 0, and then we're going to build on top of that with these products. Now, Chris was saying he have a few people that, a lot of us, man, we're not going to the bathroom like we're supposed to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, a lot of females don't.
A lot of females not going. They're like, they scared to go to the bathroom. Right. You got to go to the bathroom, or they take some laxatives, or they taking this product this guy was telling me about, these women taking. I can't think of it. It sounds like an old person product that they take to help them go to the bathroom. But listen,
juice.
Prune juice. Prune juice is a natural product, but we have this product right here called 40 Floral. So this product right here has magnesium in it. If you guys know what magnesium is,
It has calcium in it and activated charcoal.
Mhm.
Now, activated charcoal cleans anything and it gets out all the toxins.
Mhm.
So this combination in this product right here is going to not only help you go to the bathroom like you should, but it's going to pull all those toxins out of your system from the food. So this is a great product as well. Then we have Vitadol. So, you know, if anybody is going through any aches and pains, you know, from gout.
Slick say the laxative is Colace.
Yeah, okay.
that
Oh, that's what it's called, Colace?
Yeah,
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
But we have this product right here called Vitadol. This helps with all inflammation, aches and pains, arthritis, gout. If you just had surgery, came off of surgery, come home, all those pains, this Vitadol right here is going to ease it for you. I have a testimony myself. I got in an accident last year, and, you know, I've been going to the chiropractor. I'm still going to the chiropractor to this day. I'll be glad when it's over. But I started taking this about a month ago. Now I'm ready to go ahead and end this thing with this chiropractor and go ahead and move forward and get compensated from this accident.
Right.
But this right here relieves all inflammation. I'm able to get a better quality of sleep now. I can get up and be more mobile like I should be, opposed to how I was from the accident. Because you can go to the chiropractor, they can align you and get you kind of right. But after 4 days, that inflammation returns.
Okay.
This keeps that inflammation out of your system, and it takes down swelling. So this is an amazing product as well. And again, these products are all natural. You can take as many as you need to help whatever ailment or issue that you have.
Do you sell? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Chris.
You need to start going to a chiropractor. They're going to tear you up with your goddamn shit. You're going to be goddamn, you're going to be like, God damn, I'm with the chiropractor the whole goddamn year. Boy, I ain't got nothing. Well, they thought this time we get 50,000.
But check this out. But check this out. It depends on what you're going for.
You're right on that one.
18 will hit me in the back.
Oh, yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
So you gotta run the checkup on it. Then if you got a good lawyer, he gonna bust him in the head.
I didn't know how that dot thing.
I know. I'm messing with you.
I remember back in the day, them accidents, man, you know, they used to be a scam, the first scam.
Oh, yeah.
The accident, you know, so, but anyway, go back to your product.
Yeah, want to hit with that real quick.
I just want to hit you with that. Keep going on the product.
You good.
What else
What
you got
question you
with that?
have,
I
man?
was gonna ask you, do you do these in like say if you wanted one of each, one of the other, like a package, like not necessarily a deal. We not doing that to black folks now.
Right.
We're not asking for discounts.
That's
what
right.
I'm saying, like, you know, you may have a 3-pack. This Achilles out of everything, make the information go down or whatever, and then you sell that as at your suggested price, at your MSRP, but it's just a pack.
So what I do is, let's go back to the health buy. So let's say we meet somewhere, you know, we out somewhere, and I ask you, hey, what are your 3 major health concerns? You tell me, hey, man, I got gut issues. I ain't really going to the bathroom like I should. I got pain, and I got some other things. So we're going to health bot, and whatever it tells me, I'm gonna give you some samples of it. I'm gonna give you a couple of samples of it. That's how much I believe in this product, because I know it's gonna work. Okay. I know they're very effective. Okay. So I'll put a sample package together for you, because I've been sending sample packages out. But I'll put that together for you so you can try to at least a week worth, so you can try it. Okay. You know, just a quick story. I had a young lady that came to the shop. I did a video on Facebook about the Vitadol. She came in. She said she wanted some samples. I ended up giving her the samples of the Vitadol. So then I asked her, what else you got going on? She said, I have high blood pressure. I said, what else? Kind of not going to the bathroom. So I gave her those 3 things. She went home, called me a few days later, text me a few days later. She said, look, these products are amazing. You know, I was able to come home from church. I was able to go ahead in the kitchen and start cooking. I usually go and go take a nap, but I didn't have to take a nap. So I went in and cooked. I got so much energy. I said, well, listen, call me so we can talk about these things. So now I can write down, I can take my notes down about what happened. She said the 40 floor helped her go to the bathroom. She had been taking laxatives for years. So now she said she pooping now. Say she going to the bathroom, she pooping. Say she urinated a whole lot for the first time because this particular product that I gave her called Askilax, it's good for high blood pressure. Not only was it good for the high blood pressure, I found that she had edema. I don't know if you guys heard of edema, but edema was swelling up. So she had been going through that for about 4 years. Her weight was between 260 and 254 for about 3 years. I gave her a 2-day sample. 2 days, she lost 10 pounds. So she hadn't seen 250 in 3 years. Guess what she did? You went on my site. Now she a customer and she ordered the product. It works as simple as that, brother.
Okay.
Yep.
You know what though? I got a question, man. I don't know. We're not no MDs and nothing.
Yeah, we're not any medical doctors.
But it seems like a lot of females in their 40s, 30s, and 40s and stuff like that, they're having that problem with you going to use the bathroom. Mm-hmm. They're like people. I know females saying they didn't use the bathroom like. I ain't doing it in 2 days, 2-3 days.
Ooh, that ain't
you know
good.
what I'm saying? I know that ain't good. And then when they do it, they're not really satisfying. You know what I'm saying? So that keeps them be bloated or whatever.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I don't know the charcoal.
That does it.
Yeah.
Cause see that activated charcoal, a lot of people don't know. You can brush your teeth with it clean all that, get all that mess off your teeth.
Yeah.
So just imagine what it's doing for your gut.
For sure.
So it's pulling out all those toxins out of your gut, pulling all that gunk, pulling all that down, and it's making you go. And you're right, a lot of women are not going.
Right.
And it's because of the food, man. And it's because of detoxing. If you don't detox, when you eat beef, that beef sits on your stomach. It takes 2-3 days to digest. Yeah. So just imagine if you're not detoxing and then you eating beef on a regular basis, you just loading everything up.
And a lot of them don't drink water.
That too.
They don't flush that water.
They don't flush their system.
Yeah. I've been blessed enough by the universe to be regular.
That's good.
But I do have aches and pains.
That's right.
I don't necessarily have too much swelling, but I do have aches and pains. Okay. Where and I have been wanting to detox. I'm a big proponent of that. The body heals itself.
That's right.
And a lot of people don't realize that the body can heal itself if you just give it time, you give it rest, and you give it a little time to to regenerate those muscles and tissues. You can heal itself. I know this because I had a rotator cuff issue where the rotator cuff was damaged, and I refused to get surgery, and that was like 5. I dealt with pain for about 4 or 5 years, but I'm not gonna jinx it, but I haven't had an issue with it in a while because I gave the body time to heal itself.
Like that. I let it heal itself too because I had went to go into that MRI and I got that shit freaked me out. So I said, "Oh, take me out of here! I can't do it."
Oh,
I was claustrophobic. I was claustrophobic because I was like, "Hold on, I got to do it for 30 minutes." So my shoulder was hurting so bad, it happened to me, and I was like, "Well, I'm gonna take the pain," and I just did the pain because I was like, I didn't want to do the surgery. I knew it was terrible because it was hurting. I couldn't lift my arm like this.
Right.
But now I can do that because I didn't go do surgery. Right. But I couldn't lift my hand up. You know what I'm saying?
But you're right though. The body was designed to heal itself. But the thing about it is, if we're not putting the proper things in our body to allow it to heal itself first, because again, if you keep all those toxins in your system from what you eat and you never detox, I would suggest somebody that eats meat at least 3 to 4 times out of the week, they should at least detox at least every 3 to 4 months out of the year. Okay. I mean, a good detox. I would suggest that. Yeah. Because if you're not detoxing, again, that stuff's sitting and is rotting in your stomach. You know how big our stomach is? Yeah. Our stomach. Yeah. So it make you sick. And like I say, with the inflammation leads to chronic diseases. And I've been on a holistic journey for over 20 years, man. I've never been a fan of pharmaceutical drugs at all. So let's say if I got in an accident or something, they'll give the pills for the pain. I never really took those pills. Right. I would lean more toward the holistic side and make sure I get on some type of product that'll cleanse me out or just help me with the pain naturally. That's been my route for a long time.
Okay. Yeah, I try to I try my best to stay away from meds. Sometimes it's better than other times, but I try my best to stay away from meds because I feel like it does more damage than it does good. Why, in your opinion, why do you think the holistic journey or the holistic way of healing and treating your body it's not as mainstream as I think it should be, because I think it's a healthier way to go.
Well, I can give you one reason why. Because you got Big Pharma. Big Pharma put a silence on that a long time ago. Because one thing about, I'm gonna keep it real. One thing about the Caucasian, they can't make money off a healthy black man.
That's true.
They know that.
That's true.
But they got enough money and they got the power to block them out. They got enough money and power to actually go and Google, go on social media and make it seem like these products not working. Then if you have a huge following and you're a major influence online and you selling product, they can shut you down. That's what they do. So it's not their plan for us to be healthy. And as African Americans, we need products from the earth because we were made from the earth. It's like once you get those products from the earth and you get it in your system like, oh, where you been all my life? Let's go. Let's get it. I need this to help you heal faster.
Right.
So it's very imperative and very important to get back to where we came from with holistic products.
Yeah, I don't think people realize how much just natural products, the sun, even just going outside, because in Japan they have a thing where they give you an hour, to go outside, just walk around in the grass and stuff. Just healthy things that make your body, for your mind, body, and soul, that helps you grow and feel better. It's a lot of things that we don't necessarily do over here in the States.
We don't, because like you said, over in the States, because I have learned this research. I was back in the African tradition in West Africa. They would they call them witch doctor, whatever. But the guy who was over those people, like, would admit it, they would have something. If you got a problem, right, they'll tell a male to take a urine right there on the ground, on the dirt. So, and that would check. He had the technology and all that stuff. But if the ants would go over there to the pee and go over there and he got diabetes, so they would know what to give him to clear the diabetes up and clear the diabetes up. You know what I'm saying? And then like that in that time, like that's the thing that I'm saying. Like they keep that from us because they don't want us to be like, we can be healed from this stuff right then. It's the right herbs, you know what I'm saying? But they script it from all that, you know what I'm saying? They script you of that stuff that they want to continue to spend money. So every month you gotta get your prescription filled. You know what I'm saying?
But the thing that we don't do as black folks, we don't research the stuff, because a lot of these pills are made out of plants and flowers.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? A lot of them are made of things out of the earth.
You know what I'm saying? So they know they know it, and we don't research it to find out. So we still gonna be dependent on that medication that's what has artificially made, and you know what I'm saying. Like some of these capsules are like, so I'm assuming these capsules are more plant-based capsules.
Yeah, because now it was one question a young lady had, because it's this gelatin.
Yeah,
that's
gelatin.
pork.
Yeah, that's pork. Yeah.
So they started. They changed how the capsules form come. But what I do is anyway, I take it out of the capsule,
right,
and pour it in some juice or pour it in my drink or whatever. But yes, you have to be careful with that. Not only that, man, if you're not a pork eater, sometimes you can get some turkey, and if you don't pay attention to read the label, they got the pork. It's what they call it is wrapped in pork.
Right.
But you got the pork. About to get turkey inside.
But any of that doggone what you call it, processed meat. You know what I'm saying? They ain't no telling, because they got so much stuff in that stuff. Like shit, you read the ingredient. If you read the ingredient, you're gonna throw up. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
I look at some bologna and hot dog got the worst shit in it ever. It got the remaining parts that's ground up for everything. You know what I'm saying? So
I remember Dick Gregory a long time ago. He talked about he was like, why is it that in Africa you don't have too many Africans suffer from prostate cancer?
Right.
Why is it that? Why they don't have the doctors like we have over here? Why is it that they so healthy over there? What is the disconnect? Is it the food? Like, what's going on? How is that?
You know, it's the most definitely food.
It's the food, because they get it natural. They go out there, they don't process it, they don't put any preservatives in it to make it stay on the shelf longer.
If you notice anything like that's grown out the earth, it's better for you right then. You know what I'm saying? Not like, let's say you got a garden in your backyard right there. If you got a garden back there, those greens of onions and all that stuff gonna taste differently, because it's not got all the pesticide on it, and it got all the things that that needed to keep it to stay longer in the stores or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny you talked about to stay long in the stores, because all those stores like Food Depot, right?
Right.
So if you look at Publix, a lot of people be like, Publix so expensive, but they get some fresh meat, right? As it begin to age or whatever, so-called spoil, they dye it and they ship that Food Depot. So now you go over there, this meat cheap, not knowing that meat is a lot older than you think it is.
Right.
Because it came from Publix. That's what they do, man. My dad put me up on that, man.
Yeah.
But I always was kind of skeptical of going to like the food line and the Food Depot.
Right.
Just like
anything that's affordable in our neighborhoods,
it ain't good.
It ain't good for us.
You know what I'm saying?
Just like what's the fish place over there? They just rebuilt over there, Bankhead. They used to sell all the fish, the big old plate.
Oh, you talking about Bankhead Seafood?
Bankhead, is that it? Yeah, Bankhead Seafood. They used to give you a big old thing of
fish,
tilapia. It was, and some of it be half done, not done, and all that, man. I knew that wasn't healthy, man.
Which one you talking about? Okay, I thought you talking about the old one that
the one
Adam bought.
Yeah, the old one. It was the old one. That was
Okay.
Bankhead Seafood, right?
Yeah. But it was some. It was
another
tilapia.
thing, wasn't
Yeah, it was Bankhead Seafood.
What was it?
Bankhead Seafood. That's what it was. But the Bankhead Seafood. I think I can't remember. Yeah, but it's Bankhead Seafood. But anyway, it was a different kind of fish that lady was serving too.
Oh,
but it wasn't tilapia then.
Was it whiting?
Tilapia. It wasn't white. It was another kind of fish.
Oh,
I don't know.
okay.
It was another kind of fish that they had, and they got something on the menu now. Cause whiting just came out in 2000. Not whiting.
Tilapia
came out. You know what I'm saying? Tilapia can't be real. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen a tilapia. They say, "Oh, you got a picture of tilapia." How long tilapia got a shape like that?
I ain't never went fishing. Much as I was doing fishing with my dad, I ain't never heard of tilapia.
Nah,
they all just farm raised. It's
Yeah,
just farm raised.
Yeah, you got to be careful with the farm raised.
Yeah.
Salmons are a lot of salmons are farm raised now.
Most definitely.
A lot of the meat are pretty much farm raised and made to order. You get what I'm saying? You get like they make it to a certain way. They breed it to a certain point, and then that once that point stops, it's time to sell it to the store.
Man, it got to be some kind of mass production, man.
It's definitely mass production.
Because what the mass production is, man, because like the tilapia, got all these restaurants that sell so many chicken wings, so many tilapia, so much fish, so much hamburger, man. I know it's some animals out here, but man, goddamn, how in the world can it, as much as these fast food joints are selling? I know all that meat is not the real thing, you know what I'm saying? And that's another problem that got us on these products because the stuff is not real. Yeah. But I'm saying is like it can't be real because there's so much mass production of the stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how could it? Man, you just look at it. You just look at just Atlanta. Just Atlanta, period. Yeah. We ain't going nowhere else but Atlanta. Right. All these chicken wings and hamburgers and stuff they make, man. Come on, man.
But it's another thing that has a lot of people confused too when the plant-based started coming around.
Yeah.
Like when you think of plant-based, you think of plants. Mm-hmm. But plant-based is actually a plant building where they're processing all the food. Yeah. See, that's how they trick you. It's not. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not plant-based from the plant. It's plant, like a plant, a manufacturer where they creating all this stuff.
Impossible Burger.
That's what I'm saying. You know so a lot of people get confused, just like Slutty Vegan, like real vegans. Like, hey man, that ain't real. Even though she's made a lot of money in our community off that meat, and it ain't real meat.
Something happened with her too.
Something happened with her business.
Something happened to business.
Yeah, some things happened with it. But plant based. A lot of people get that confused.
Well, let me ask you guys a question. Y'all opinion. Why do you think that in the black community it's so hard for us to take our health seriously, like our mental health especially?
Oh yeah, that's first
but just our physical health. It seems like it's just so much harder for us to just take it seriously and realize that we need to do things differently than maybe white folks do, and that we need to make sure that we maintain ourselves, because not only do we have just the health issues and the bad food within our community, and most of us eat fast food a lot of times and stuff like that, but we also just got the everyday stuff that we have to ditch and dodge. And I don't know why we just don't take it seriously, why we don't, try our best to make sure that we eat properly, or try our best to make sure that we cleanse our bodies and detox from all that stuff.
I got an opinion on that part. I think like because black folks have been taught, especially black men, to keep it balled up in you. Don't have no expression, no emotions. If you don't talk about it, you know what I'm saying? That's the mental part. To be a man, you got to be a man, strong man. A man doesn't cry. A man doesn't do that. He gonna make sure this and that. Yeah. I think that's the mental part of it. We was taught, we was trained
not to express ourselves.
you know. And then and then I think about like going to the doctor and all that stuff to see what's going on. We was
taught to be so strong.
And to be afraid to go. Even not to realize it's best. I think it's best to even just go and just realize what the problem is, and to let the problem just build all the way up, and then by the time you get to stage 4, you can't do anything about it. You just die. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and maybe it's a time where you say, hey man, let's do something. Let's do all men thing. We're go to the doctor. You know what I'm saying? They trick you with the health insurance and all that stuff.
Yeah.
There's some affordable stuff out there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
And one thing I can say, man, we do it to ourselves by the language we use in the community. We speak this on ourselves.
Definitely.
You know, it's like you always hear this thing, man, when you get up in there. Hey, you know, you getting old, man. You say something about your knee. Oh, that's because you're getting old.
Yeah.
Your belly getting big. Oh, that's because you're getting old. That ain't got nothing to do with you getting old, man.
Right,
we got to stop receiving those things and subscribing to that.
Right.
That does not mean that. That just means maybe we're eating more than we should eat. Maybe we need to pull back from the table.
Right.
Maybe we need to go exercise. Maybe we need to detox. Maybe we need to start taking more preventive measures. Maybe we need to just stop being so lazy and ignoring those things that are affecting us and go do something about it right away.
One thing about it, she's gonna tell you what's happening.
Yeah.
You would know before it comes down to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I had got sick at one time and I had a warning. Good idea. I brushed it off. I brushed the warning off till I got sick and had the same thing happen. And boom, I'm sick in the hospital, seizure, this and that, blood sugar up, this, all that. You know what I'm saying? And just ignoring it. You know what I mean? When you then it said, okay, bud, I got something for you. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna show you what's happening. But I'm just saying, go back to say that, man. We don't do our normal checkup. So I'm doing I've most definitely been heavy on doing my yearly.
You got to do that. We got to check up at least once a year.
You know what I mean?
You got to do a physical.
You know what
you
I'm saying?
got to
Get that done. You know what I'm saying? Like I haven't did a colonoscopy yet. You know what I'm saying? And basically I was told that like if it wasn't, they said you're supposed to get it done, right? But they said if you don't have a history of that in your family, you know.
Well, they can test it in your blood now,
they don't even have that. They don't even got to do that no more.
Yeah,
you can. It's a certain like when you go to the
When I
doctor,
get to my physical, I get all the blood tests.
Yeah, that's what they do all that.
Generally, if they show up in your blood, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you good. You good.
If it shows up in your blood, then they tell you to get the colonoscopy.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
I keep that blood test going, right?
But yeah. But they test it. It's not like that no more. They can just test it in your blood and find out if you need it. Yeah, man, we just need to start educating each other more. I think we need to start doing that, and just as black men, you know, checking up on folks, man. Like I call this dude all the time. Hey, man, you good, bro? Hey, I'm just checking on you, big dog. You know?
I see myself doing that more. Right, but I don't call them, texting my partner, like, what's going on? But I don't want nothing, ain't nothing going on.
Right.
Checking on you, how your mental is, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
One of my partners said, boy, God damn, I'm glad you called, but I had been sick. It's like, damn, boy, holler at me, you know what I'm saying? Because we don't know, that thing we know, somebody such and such died. But I didn't know that. But I hadn't talked to my partner in a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, just checking on somebody.
Yeah.
That's just way, that helps your mental as well.
Exactly, because as black men, man, we don't think that's important, and a lot of black men, they see other black men maybe on that service, we may look like we doing good and all that. We may look like we strong and all that, but at the end of the day, that don't be the case all the time. You know,
we got a couple of comments on Facebook.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Facebook. Charge it to my head, not my heart. I just forgot to look over here. Thanks, Slick, for letting me know, because she was saying the comments like, where'd she get the comments from?
Okay.
But LaRon McGee says all the meat all the meat is old in the grocery stores. That's why nonprofit organizations, food banks, is so important to the economy, empowerment of grocery stores.
Okay.
It's steroids-induced meats. That's where the cancer is coming from.
That's right.
So,
We as black people in America are slave-minded, and I'm sorry. What do we know as black people in America outside of what our ancestors were forced to mentally accept on the plantation? Brother Chris, get them fingers. Brother Chris, get them fingers, my good brother. I don't know what that means.
But yeah, he right. A lot of it in the food, a lot of food has carcinogens in it.
Yeah.
Which causes cancer. And if you look around a lot of other countries, the products that we allow in our food, they banned all that.
Right.
That ought to tell you something.
Right.
So if you go to another country on vacation and you eating that food, you be like, man, this food
tastes different.
This food tastes different. It's good, man. Because they don't have all them chemicals on it, man.
I saw one thing like over in London, they had the same stuff that we had. Just say the Trix cereal.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that.
The different dyes and all that. So they banned those dyes and that stuff over there. we still got all those dyes, and I said we put in our kids. We started from our kids, you know, growing up, you know, give them that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? To calm them down, so they're addicted to it. You know what I'm saying? They're addicted to it. They gotta have it, so they want to. When them dyes, and then they say, you know, they're sick. They got these problems. They got health problems. Like we see a lot of young diabetic and high blood pressure patients now.
Cases now. Yeah, you're right.
Because, you know what I'm saying? Because of the food. Like, like even like we was younger, your parents were cooking more.
That's right.
At home,
cooking more. And even like my mom had a garden in her backyard. You know what I'm saying? She would cook collard greens, stuff like that come from the garden and stuff. And they cook, you know what I'm saying? Now, but like we got McDonald's or something like that, it was like a treat.
It was
a Saturday or something like that. When they out, we get a Happy Meal or something like that. But I'm saying it's like we're not taking time to prepare the food because we're such in a rush.
Right.
We're in a rush all the time, bro. You know, our whole mind, we're in a rush to do everything. So everything is microwave. So you know what I'm saying?
But
so
it's designed that way.
I mean, it's designed, bro, because it's digital age. You can't tell this digital age hasn't sped this shit up. Man.
Oh yeah.
Because man, I just saw you yesterday. That was last Sunday.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That was 7 days ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this digital age is definitely speeding things up, man. So nowadays we definitely have to be focused on ourselves.
Yeah.
We can't let social media take all our attention all the time. Sometimes we need to turn it off
And read a book.
Or just think. See, a lot of us don't think, man.
Cut off the lights, cut off the TV, and look at the ceiling.
In silence.
I do it all the time.
In silence. You got to be in silence sometimes because you got to listen to your mind.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
Because what happens is if you're on social media all the time, it programs you. And what I just found out, that program that you're on that you can get addicted to is because it's releasing dopamine. So it releases a lot of dopamine when you go on there. You know what I'm saying? You see celebrations and everything like that. So you get addicted to it. But the thing now, we have to become more aware of it, aware of the programming, and be able to tell yourself, hey, let me put this down.
Right.
What I need to do. Let me get this done. Because sometimes you can find yourself on social media
for 4 hours
and hours pass by you and you ain't got nothing done, knowing you needed to do this first. So we have to become more aware of putting the first things first before we do that. I mean, it's cool, look at social media, depending on what you're looking at too, because all content has intent. So depending on what kind of content you looking at on a daily basis, if it's not helping you progress mentally, if you're not looking at anything like, say you want to do a business, if you're not spending time looking at that type of content, like, what are you doing? If it's not advancing you, if it's not educating you, like, what are you looking at it for? You see what I'm saying? So it's all about becoming more aware of that, and that's part of our health too. That's mental health. So nowadays,
like you said, because you mess around, the time that went by, like you get up. Just say you get up at 6 o'clock. Boom. You're looking at your phone doing this. Next thing you know, it's 6:30. Damn. It's 6:30 already. Next thing you know, it's 7 o'clock. You ain't did nothing yet.
That's why time passes by you.
Yeah,
and that takes a lot of your time. And nowadays, as far as mental health, we all need some type of time and space for ourselves to think to ourselves, to listen to our mind. Because if you always entertained by things, you're not listening to your mind. You may have some things that you want to do in life, some goals that you want to achieve. You need to sacrifice that, put that to the side, and focus on the goals you want to achieve, and start going at that. Spend time at that, because like you said, time is moving fast, man. Before you know it, this year gonna be over.
For real.
You see what I'm saying?
We're halfway down.
Yeah,
halfway done.
So not only do we need to take care of our mental health, but definitely our physical health, man. Our physical health is good, and I think that, for me, I'm excited about, sharing these products and sharing these samples and hearing the testimonies come back. I get excited from that, because
they work.
I know they're working, and I know they're
right.
helping people. So I'm on a crusade for that, and of course to earn some type of income.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you put out good energy come back.
Exactly.
And if you're serving, you're gonna get blessed back.
Right.
So my thing is to serve the community and put as many samples I can get out there, because one thing I learned about us, man, we can see somebody doing some real positive. We know they're making the change, and we'll just sit back and watch. don't even congratulate, participate, just so powerful. Oh, I ain't finna spend no money with him.
Right.
But you go right around there and spend your money on some foolishness, knowing that somebody has something to help you.
Mm-hmm.
You still won't participate or support.
And if you don't think, you won't even try. You won't even just test it out and see. It may not. No, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's not, but it may not help you. But you're not even willing to just try it and see.
Right.
Let me try this out.
Right.
But you're gonna try some Tylenol when they tell you Tylenol like your head out. You know, they're supposed to say, "Oh, it's clear approved," and blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think people realize. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you good.
I don't think people realize the importance of detoxing. Detoxing is so important.
It is, because you're not only detoxing your body, you're detoxing your mind too.
Yeah.
You getting all the toxins out of you, like, man, for real. Like, that's even with like the other detoxing, like when you like at the spa, when you're in the room in the rooms with the sea salt and the Himalaya rooms and stuff like that. It really helps. It's pulling it out you as well. You know what I'm saying? True. And look, and then you in there where you're able to sit and just meditate and just get all that stuff about you, coming at you like that, you know what I'm saying? And that's a helpful thing too, because like you said, you detoxing your mind, detoxing your body, like, because we have so much stuff in them, man. It be crazy.
Man,
you be like, God damn, that junk stink. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you know
we get bombarded with so much stuff, man, and it kind of stunts our thinking abilities.
Yeah.
If you allow it to.
It's in the air. It's in the air. People don't realize how much stuff we breathe in. It's not just what we eat physically that causes us problems, but we breathe in a lot of stuff that our body is not supposed to breathe in.
Man, you see on chemtrails every day. Them planes. You think them planes? What do you think them planes smoke? What do you think comes out them smoke? What do you think of them chemtrails?
When the plane is in the air, they flush the toilet.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah.
I mean, we don't think about those little things. Where's that stuff going? When they flush the toilets in these planes, or where's the stuff going when they release the jet fuel in the air? Where's that stuff going? We don't think about it because we don't think it comes down, but it comes down here.
Oh yeah,
it hits things down.
We don't see it, but
because like the chemtrails and stuff they put over us at these towers and stuff. Like, I mean, you can go deeper and deeper and deeper things. Because I had a guy who was a holistic doctor, right? He had studied on a Dr. Seven, and he would give me some stuff. Your man, my man,
Tahuti.
Tahuti won't even come inside. He won't come inside the city. Period. He said when he comes inside the city, the rays make his head hurt so bad because he's gonna detox his body so much and cleanse it out. And he got a elixir.
He's very sensitive.
His brain is sensitive to the rays of coming to the city. Man. If he meet you, he's gonna meet your ass out there by Forest Park somewhere. Out that way, he's not coming to the city. You know
I forgot all about Tahuti, man. But like I say, I've been on this holistic journey for a while. So I connect with certain people, man. And a lot of people don't know, man. Thoughts are things. So if you're thinking about being healthy, and if you think about want to go to a holistic route, and you're thinking about getting off these meds, and you're just thinking about getting your health right, you're going to run into something. For those people that may be watching this podcast right now, it's going to take you there. Thoughts are things. Whatever you think is going to manifest, whether good or bad. So you get your mind right and start being aware of things, you're going to meet the people that you need. So I met Tahuti from somebody I knew, and then I turned him on to Tahuti.
I turned several other people on to him. A female I know, she stayed in Mississippi, right? And she had just got diagnosed with breast cancer.
Oh, wow.
So, boom. I told Doc about it. I talked to Tahuti about it. He made a strong elixir, like some bottle she had to take. She took those herbs. She came up here. She paid for it from him. She got the stuff. She flew up here, and she got the stuff and took it back. Hey, man, she took that stuff. She went to the doctor. She had no traces of cancer.
Wow, you ain't never tell me about that, big dog.
I've got to tell you about that. And who that, you know what I'm saying? And I had, she caught it at a stage, in the beginning stage. So that stuff, it could all get all the stuff out of her. She tripped out. She told me, she called me and told me, she said, hey, man, I ain't got no cancer. They ain't got no cancer. No cancer in my body.
Yeah, Tahuti got that work now.
He got that work.
He gonna make you pay for it too now. He gonna make you pay for it.
He went up to the last time I was dealing with him. He had to went up because I was taking elixir every day. I was drinking a shot of every day. So listen, He called. He had told he had got clients like Shaq and all those.
Yeah. He started getting a little brand new.
Oh, brother, my brother, you know. I said, man, I ain't rich like Shaq. Though,
Right,
man. He tried me like that. You know what I'm saying?
Tahuti crazy, man.
Yeah.
I had to talk to him about that too, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, it went up, man. Come on, man.
Yeah.
I get it, man. I get it.
Hey,
Your
I
stuff
told
work,
him,
man.
I had to tell it works, and that does work. I ain't gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
But I had told him, man, I'm grandfather then. And I shoot you company. Come on, man. You gotta be a player with this one now, you know what I'm saying? But
That's funny. I got to holler at Tahuti. I ain't heard from him in a minute.
From you telling me about him and helping a few people like my sister, like a few people I turned them on to, you know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man.
You know what I'm saying? People, you know, I mean, like maybe like 10 people I turned them on to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that with the, even like when what it was, the pandemic was out here. Right?
Oh yeah.
The pandemic was out
I'm
here.
gonna tell you about that. He told me that before the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
He told me, he said, look, man, something gonna come, man. It's gonna be in the air, and what it's gonna do is whatever health issue you're going through, it's gonna speed the process up. Right. So if you got cancer going around and you get hit with this stuff, man, it's gonna kill you. Yeah. He told me that. Like a year before that pandemic hit. Yeah. And he was right, man.
And that's what I'm saying, because like that's what I had a lot of people going to get the sea moss and the elderberry and stuff. And folks were just going to this lady I know. This lady, she was selling it and stuff. She was like, who is Chris? She didn't know me. Somebody else turned me on to her.
Right.
But she was like, who is Chris? Because these folks keep telling me, Chris sent me. And then selling, you know, she was just selling out. Mm-hmm. That sea moss, man, we don't know that sea moss got so much ingredients, so much stuff in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Natural. That's the same thing with you got with your product. Right. It's just natural stuff that we can take every day and to help us, you know, help our body. You know what I'm saying?
But you know, one thing about us, man, our community, man, we can get some good stuff, and then we always want to taint it with the foolishness. Yeah. So now when it comes to sea moss, you got people so worried about the taste, talking about it tastes like this, tastes like that. Yeah, now you want to throw all this. Now you want to throw sugar in it so it don't taste as bad. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You killing the sea moss. Mm-hmm. You killing the potential, and you killing the power of it when you cutting it like that, man. Yeah. Now you got people making pineapple sea moss, grape sea moss, and all that. Yeah. Man, that's not the real sea moss. Matter of fact, if you do your research, that plain sea moss that people selling is good sea moss, but the good sea moss that has all the vitamins and minerals in it is the purple sea moss. Mm-hmm. You need to get the purple sea moss and take the purple sea moss without all that extra stuff added to it, so it'll taste good. It ain't supposed to taste good.
Everything about taste.
Let me get a couple comments.
Okay.
LaRon McGee says the prostate exam, get them fingers. That's what he meant by get them fingers out, brother Chris. He said, who reads nowadays? And to be honest with you, you don't necessarily have to take a physical book to read. I have digital copies. I'm an avid reader. I probably have over 200 books on my iPad. If I can look at social media, I can close that down and flip open the book. It's very easy to do nowadays. You don't have to carry a physical book. I carry 300 books in my iPad.
That's
and
right.
I have this thing where I get bored with one. I read the end of the chapter. I'll start something else and read that for a while, and then go back to the other one and finish. But a lot of people don't realize that you have to make it enjoyable for yourself when you're reading. If I don't know words, I make sure I look up the definition of them.
That's right.
I mean, it's just certain things that I do to try to make the reading part fun. He also says that social media has become our relaxation, replacing outdoor activities. Mm-hmm. We are living in the era of mental illness, so we don't have to worry about our mental health anymore, because it's not worth shit these days. We still need to worry about it, brother.
I think so too. That's what started that mental.
I disagree with you.
Yeah, me too.
That's my brother said. He said. He said you got to worry about it.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it no more, because it's not worth shit these days.
He joking.
I hope he's joking. If you want to truly detox, put a few snake plants in your house. That's the true definition of fake ass witch doctor.
Oh man, you do it, joker.
He didn't tell you because that's a lie. She didn't have breast cancer. She just didn't wash her titties. All she did was give her a bar of Dove.
Oh man,
on some extra.
Yeah, man, he on some.
That girl got the herbs in her, man. Like she ain't got a lot of meat.
That's another thing, man.
LaRon said, how many people have a digital library? That's the point. Your phone you have so much space on your phone. If you can have 10,000 pictures on your phone, you can have 5 books on your phone.
That's right.
It's just that easy. that excuse is null and void when it comes to me about reading.
With me though, I like the physical book. I like to hold the book.
I love the physical
I listen to a lot
book.
of audio now, but I like the book too.
I like the physical book because it's like I'm getting it more.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I can listen to audio. Sometimes then my mind will go wander.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like, but you saying like reading on your iPad is like you don't.
Yeah, it flips the pages and everything. I have physical books, and I used to love the physical books. But what got me with the physical books is that I'm the type of person I'll read to a certain chapter, and I'll be like, okay, I need something else to stimulate me. Then I'll go read something else. Mm-hmm. My brother said God nerves. I used to be a 5%er, so I had to go back and I study my lessons and stuff, but I have to do that in the middle of me reading books. You get what I'm saying? So
when you say you used to be a 5%er,
I used to be.
So I'm just saying though, with those, I just feel like it's all knowledge though.
Me
right?
too.
It's all knowledge. It's all knowledge based.
You still a 5%er.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I don't go into the meetings and stuff
whatever.
like that like I used to. I used to do it in Chicago a lot when I stayed.
Because see, with me, I gravitate to a lot of dudes in New York. You know what I'm saying? So they put me on a lot of that stuff. Mm-hmm. At one point in my life, I thought I was Black Israelite. I had the big beard and everything.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then I like Farrakhan, how he speaks. He's a great orator.
Yeah.
You know, so the Most High is everything. Right. So you tap in and all of it is knowledge. Mm-hmm. And when you can put everything together, man, you are everything. Because you in the image of him, right? He wants you to be that. He wants you to be that blessing. So I'm able to be a chameleon like that.
I tell people all the time. They say, "Why you do that?" I said, "Well, if he knows what I'm going to do, he's know I'm going to do it anyway. So why stop myself from doing it if he knows that I'm going to do it? Or why you say that? Well, he made me say. A lot of times, I don't try to be mean to people or try to be disrespectful, but a lot of times, I don't want to hold anything in anymore. I just want to let it out. If I need to tell you something, I'm going to go ahead and tell you.
That's right.
How you take it is up to you.
That's right.
But I'm not going to hold it on, and I don't want to hurt their feelings. I don't want to do this. I'm just going to tell you, and if we can talk it out like men and women, or we cannot, or we could just go our separate ways.
That's right.
But I think a lot of people don't realize that holding those things in, those feelings and those emotions, how somebody may have treated you, or what somebody may have said to you, if you don't get it out, that causes issues too with your health.
That's right. It does. Yeah. And I'm learning that right now to communicate more. Mm-hmm. Don't hold anything in. Go ahead and talk about it. Yeah, and like you were talking about earlier, you know, this thing in our society with Black men, you know, it's been going on for a long time. And if we talk about certain things, are you sensitive, man? Yeah. And then another thing, that we kill ourselves with these sayings that we come up with, man. Like this whole thing when people are like, oh, you and your feelings. Oh, I'm a human being. So if you do something to me and that's disrespectful, I'm going to react a certain way. You're right. I'm in my feelings, and I'm gonna check you about it. A lot of times they throw the in your feelings thing because they don't want to hear what you're saying. Mm-hmm. They know what you're saying is some real shit, and you getting on their ass, and that's their way. That's their defense mechanism to stop. Mm-hmm. Just like sometimes when we talking to our ladies or our women, they throw that you getting emotional. Mm-hmm. That's like a trigger. That's like a trigger. You know what I'm saying? And make us feel like, oh, we like women. No, I'm a human being. I have emotions. I have feelings. Mm-hmm. So in this day and age, now we need to be able to express these feelings with our women. Now they can sit up there and say, "Oh, we soft and sensitive all we want to,"
they call us,
but
sassy.
Yeah, whatever that, man. But we're expressing ourselves. We're being open. They ought to appreciate that because you have men. Guess what? That hold that stuff in, keep holding it in, keep holding it in. Guess what? Somebody. No, not only they explode. Somebody else be listening. Oh yeah. And now that's the now their excuse to go step out and start doing what they want to do. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Some men use that as an excuse. They be like, "Oh, yo, she don't want to listen. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go over here then."
This as well.
And exactly. Instead of going ahead and just expressing themselves and seeing how that communication works between them and a lady, they choose not to do that because our society got it like, oh, you emotional, you sensitive. That's a whole nother topic. I want to talk about that later. We're going into that, but
that's right because they would feel like what you're expressing yourself, even if you get loud. Because sometimes I get loud, when she get mad. You know what I'm saying? Because you yelling at me. I'm just expressing myself You know, I'm not even tripping. I'm not even mad, but I'm just expressing myself. And you may think I'm angry, but I'm expressing myself to where I'm feeling the same way I want you to do. Express yourself to me. Everybody's individuals, so everybody express themselves differently. You know what I'm saying? So and it may not be coming out harsh. It just comes out. That's how I think I can get my point across.
Right.
So that's how I'm doing. I'm not really just. I'm not trying to be verbally abusing nobody. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not in that. But I'm just saying, like, sometimes they don't know because, like, I'm going back to what I was saying. Black men, we have so much stuff tangled up every day. We walk out that door. We got so much stuff that's counted against us.
Yeah, we go to war. We go to mental war.
We go to mental war every day. And then you got there, and then you feeling about, okay, you want to still be able to do this and do that and do this and that. So, but nowadays, how things are, man. Today's, man, everybody I know are saying, boy, it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's struggling, but I'm struggling, but ain't that going right. You know what I'm saying? And then, like you said, we got to speak those things into existence. We got to start saying it is get right.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's a challenge. And guess what? It's a mental challenge for you. And it said in the book, you you say things that have faith in things that are not there. I don't know the particular how they said in the Bible, but you speak those things that you may not see.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But you want to be.
I
You see what I'm saying?
can't think of the author of the book, The Secret.
Okay, I remember
The Secret.
Yeah.
The secret is speaking those things.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Saying those into existence. Saying those things that we don't know. That's the biggest secret that those folk knew. Them folk knew. They didn't want to tell us that you can speak things. You can become a millionaire. You become this. You become that. You know what I'm saying? With your you know what I'm saying? With your words. So you know what I'm saying? It's like, boom. We didn't know that because we was just taught to keep your head down and more is me and this and that, this and that. Now speak that stuff into yourself. Speak that stuff into yourself. Pour into yourself That's first. Right. Like I listened to this podcast, the guy said, we got to pour into our own purpose first before we pour into anybody else.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So pour that into yourself, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to be more of us. You know what I'm saying? Tell us everything positive, man. Positive. And then, like, before she was telling me that shit, I'm not even listening to I'm not even listening to no negative stuff. Like, she didn't want to know about the Diddy trial or none of that.
I ain't pretending to you
because she was like, I didn't want to get that. I don't want to hear that negative stuff.
It's a distraction.
It's
a major distraction.
You know what I'm saying? Most definitely distraction because we have, man. It's like they focus on that shit, and then something else going on. And we don't know that Trump got this going on. And I'm not knocking them about Trump because I don't give a damn about that political stuff like that. I really don't. But, you know, the things he's doing, people, whatever. This stuff been going on since forever. Like I was telling you about the book, The Secret. They kept that from us, right? But all the big wigs, they knew the secret. That's why they call it The Secret. Because they knew it. And it's crazy how I read other books and it's saying the same thing.
But the key to that is, though, not only you have to speak it, you actually have to feel that.
Right.
So when you thinking it, however you feel in that moment,
you gotta feel it.
You have to keep that. Keep that every day. So if you practice doing that every day, before you know it, boom, it's right there.
I don't think people realize you're not only speaking it, but you have to write that stuff too.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's why journaling, I tell black men all the time, journaling is so important because you write things down that you may want to get rid of, but you also write things down about your future and what you may want to do within the future or in your present. And I don't think us as black men, we write the stuff down, but writing is so important. Writing is just one of those things because you can go back and look at what you wrote a year ago and realize that I made progress. I've done some things. I may have had some setbacks, but compared to what I wrote a year ago, I'm doing 110% better. And now from this point, when I open my book a year later, I might be doing 220% better.
Right.
But we don't realize how important to write the stuff down. Not only to say
you
it.
took the word out of my mouth.
Saying it is very important.
Very important.
But writing is like the second part.
I got to get a lot better at that. I write it down. I write it down, but I got to get better at that.
But I be writing stuff down, right? And I did this a while back. I was doing it, and stuff came to premonition. You know what I'm saying? I write it down. We got to just write it down. Write it down. Lines. Write it down. They say when you think it, you say it, and you write it down.
That's right. But and I done said it and told a lie. Let me tell you something I did as a barber. I remember I left Douglasville, moved to San Diego. Things went wrong, came back, and I had to start from ground floor. I had to start from level 1, like ground floor. So what I would do is I say, you know what, let me get serious about my business. So I had a sheet. I would write down, if I wanted 5 people to come to the barbershop, I write down 5 slots. Even though I ain't have clients coming in, I write down 5 slots, right? Kept doing that. 5 people came. I said, you know what, let me go to 10. Went to 10, wrote down 5 slots. Even though the slots was empty, in my mind, I knew it was going to fill up. Right. Because I know I was going to get some walk-ins to fill that up. That started happening. Now I got 10. I was like, oh, okay, it worked. Went on up to 13. Start happening with 13, my clientele build. Now every day I'm getting 10, because I done built my clientele up. And I'm writing it down. And I'm the only one in the shop doing this, bro. And as I look around the shop, it's no other barbers doing it. Ain't no other barbers writing down the clients they come in. It ain't no other barbers keeping up with the amount they making, you know. And as I was doing that per week, I say, well, damn, I made 1,000 this week. Okay. Let me push it on up. Let me make 2,000 next week. Every time I would push it up, and I stayed on that program I started, it was working. So that's definitely confirmation to what we're talking about, because I did it. Right. Like I do a lot of things. Like people don't believe that we use telepathy. We didn't talk back in the day. No. But we use it now, and we don't even realize it. Like I could be thinking about somebody, and I'm talking about my experience. I don't know nobody else. But I could be thinking about somebody I hadn't talked to in a long time, or I could be thinking about a client that hadn't came by the shop, and I could be in the shop and they show up. Or I could be sitting in the car thinking about somebody and somebody calling the meeting. So now it's happening fast for me, because again, we're in that age right there, digital age, being aware, being conscious. We in this time of frequency. When you lock into them frequencies, things happen.
They used to say that it was a term that you say when you were old. They would say, boy, you gonna live a long time. I was just thinking about you. Right. You know what I'm saying? Boy, you ain't nothing but the devil. I was just thinking about you. And you call. You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing. We have people, when we channel into these powers that we really have. Like I be saying, I got these powers now. I'm telling you, I know. You know what I'm saying? I be saying that. I be for real though. But I hadn't channeled into it to get the real, to be able to control it and use it the right way. You know what I'm saying? But like you were saying though, it all comes with just simple stuff, bro. Saying it. Thinking it, saying it, writing it down. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying? But then other things that come, like you said, telepathy and all that kind of stuff, like, we know, but our brain, we don't use that third eye. We don't use that third eye. You know what I'm saying? We don't use it. Because we use that third eye, but there's a lot of different things going on around here.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. As a community, if we did, we could change a lot of things that's going on in our community.
A lot of things, man.
Yeah, I'm reading a book, I was reading a book a couple months ago called Our African Consciousness. And it just talks about how, you know, in Africa they tap into certain things, like not even, you know, like you said, not even talking to each other, just kind of looking and doing certain things. And we have gotten away from exploring our consciousness in a way that we all can connect in certain ways. Like Chris could be hurting. I'd be like, you know what, Chris hurting today. Let me call him up. What's going on with you? And you'd be like, what you hurting? Right. The right side of your back is hurting. Right. Because my right side just twinged a little bit. Yeah, that's and we don't realize that we can look in. I'm very good at looking into people's faces and be like, what's wrong today? What's going on with you? And they be like, what you mean? I'm like, because your face is showing. We don't realize how much things show all over our face. And when I read that book, it says, you just look at a person's face, not quickly. Just give them a second, look at them, and see. You can tell something's going on with them. You may not know exactly what it is, but you can know something's wrong.
And 80% of communication is body language. A lot of people slip on that. Body language. Your body gonna tell everything, and you can't hide nothing. You can't hide. If you conscious and know that 80% of communication, I think it may be more, but at least 80% of communication is body language. So if you condition yourself to look at people's body language, they're going to tell you exactly what's going on. They can try to hide it on their face. They can do all that. But you look at their body language from their hand, their eyes, you look at all that, they're going to tell you something going on.
They call it mind read. But it's not mind. It's just consciousness.
It's just being locked in, especially when you're with your partner. Like your lady should be able to tell what's something going on with you, man. You know, she should be able to tell you what's
if
wrong
y'all
with
got
you.
that connection.
That's right.
She got to be in tune. You got to be in tune. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing about it, like when they say equally yoked, that's a part I think about equally yoked. y'all in tune with each other.
That's right.
And they ain't gotta be doing no paperwork, no marriage,
None of that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's about being in tune with each other and learning each other.
That's right.
That's a real relationship.
Yeah. When you find out, what makes that person tick.
What makes that person tick? You know what I'm saying?
What throws them off?
Right,
what makes you sad.
Right.
You gotta be able to step in and to know like, when your lady's sad, and you gotta be knowing to give her the shoulder, give her some encouragement or whatever you need. Right. And she gotta know the same thing.
Yeah, man, because everybody likes compliments and a shoulder to lean on.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Now, let me get to a couple more comments.
Okay.
LaRon McGee says, how many people have a digital library? You could, but how many do? You're right, I guess so. I have a personal library and I also read digital books, but I respect that most of us don't. Mm-hmm. I'm a volunteer activist in the Moorish Mason, but most importantly, I'm a humble vessel of humanity. We as black men are naturally providers and protectors. If you are expressing over emotional feelings, then you may be an undercover brother. And I'm not saying this is out of disrespect, because coming out of the closet is a special thing for others. Let me see what the rest of you said. For the other side, congratulations, my good brother. Okay. I'm gonna go back to that. If you don't do politics, then politics are going to do you. Talking about you, Chris. Wishbone faith. Pure Africans can tap into natural energy, but we as black people in America can't do it because our ancestors were raped and was raped by the plantation master, and we don't have the true bloodlines to tap into natural energy.
I don't believe that.
I disagree with that last statement.
Yeah.
I think the fact that people tell us that we can't, we tend to believe that we can't.
We tell us we can't. And the other thing he said about politics, I'm not saying I don't do. I'm saying what I'm saying about the politics. I'm not for the debate about what Trump doing and all that shit, because I know the shit is rigged.
Politics is politics.
Politics, you know
it's
what
politics,
I'm
man.
Somebody gonna tell me.
It go either way, man. And we find ourselves getting trapped and pulled in that every 4 years by that foolishness. You don't get what you want here. This person may get. It's like it's designed to keep you divided. That's all it does. Keep you divided. You may get what you want over here, but I may not be getting it, so I'm over here. But you gonna make me feel like because I'm over here. That's confusion. That's what it's designed for. At the end of the day, they're not gonna give you that power, because if they gave you that power, we wouldn't be where we at. So it's a trick to keep you in this little game, distracted, thinking you're going to get what you're going to get, but you never get. And I'm going to tell you some facts. If you sit around and if you with the Dems or whoever, when you with the Dems, you vote for them, you ain't never got what you wanted. They put you to the back.
All of them do that to us.
Yeah, all of them do that to us. Yeah.
When it
But
comes
us
to
here,
black folks in general,
we always get treated like that.
Plight.
Yeah.
We are always last to receive.
Yeah, always.
That's why.
And we the most ones to participate and to get on each other because someone went that way, you going that way. That's what it's for.
They be the first one to tell you, oh, you ain't vote. These folks, your ancestors died to vote.
That's a lie. Stop lying to yourself. Ancestors ain't know about no voting. You know the ancestors did? Well, they ain't get what they wanted. Shaka Zulu.
Right.
Tongue Maku.
They talking about the 50s and 60s.
Yeah. The Haitians, you know what the Haitians did when they tried to take over them?
Right.
The Haitians wouldn't have did what they did, we wouldn't be here today.
I think a lot of times though, I don't like to play that game and talk about politics a lot with people, but I think it's important for us to make ourselves aware of what's going on around us.
That's true.
As a people, we have to be aware of what's going on around us and what's being done to us, but also what's not to our face, but also what's being done to us behind our back.
That's right.
You know
so a lot of times we do have to, unfortunately, we do have to play games and play in the games because sometimes the game is very important to us.
All right.
Also, let me get back to the emotional part. When he said that, being overly emotional, I think that's what holds us back from expressing ourselves as black men, because we tend to think that being emotional is a weakness. And to be honest with you, being emotional is part of cleansing yourself in general. You have to cleanse these feelings. You have to cleanse these emotions.
It has nothing
it has nothing to do with being on the other side or
Like
being
your
on the
gender
down
ain't got
low
nothing to do
or
with
any of
that,
that stuff.
I was gonna just say that to Lee.
Yeah, he's
I'm
adding to the foolishness when he makes that statement.
He tried to be sarcastic.
Yeah.
I know the cat. You know what I'm saying? He pissed me off about some shit too. But I'm just trying to say like he can't say somebody using their emotions that they're soft.
Yeah,
That's just crazy because you know what I'm saying.
You use your emotions when you get mad at your woman for cheating on you.
You're right.
That's
right.
an emotion.
That's an emotion.
I'm sorry. It's just if you go outside and your car get broken into or get stolen,
Right.
you
You
mad.
mad.
That's an emotion.
you're a human.
Right.
That's what I mean. You're human,
Those
man.
are emotions.
We're not
It
gonna say
is.
that we the toughest motherfucker in the world.
Right.
The toughest dude in the world. We do. Because motherfucker Mike Tyson whooping the ass. Mike Tyson had to cry. He would cry in a minute and hug a motherfucker in a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Now it's
So-
different levels to that emotion.
Yeah,
You gotta
we know
think.
that. We
You-
know that. Yeah.
You finna, like, you got some go off the deep edge and
And kill them all.
Nah,
You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
But nah,
They can't handle it. You
Yeah,
know
they
what I'm
can't
saying?
handle it.
Yeah, they can't handle it.
Yeah.
You see, we were built to handle more things.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like the other skin tone. You know what I'm saying? The Cracker Barrel. They don't give a damn. They will go ahead and just go crazy. You know what I'm saying? They go crazy, and it be called temporary insanity.
Oh yeah, you get off on that all the time.
Right. You know that like the brother whose son got killed by the police, and he saw police, and he ran over the police and killed the police, and he got locked. You know what I'm saying? And they trying to really bully him in jail with the police trying to intimidate him.
Yeah.
And that was really temporary insanity because
that
he
was.
saw his son get killed.
Yeah,
He just saw the video.
That police
He
ain't
just
had
saw the
nothing to do
video,
with
and that
yeah.
police ain't had to do that. But his face, look. You ever seen movies and stuff when they see the person, it's that other person. It really ain't that person.
Yeah.
It might be a whole lady, but like that man who killed my mama.
Yeah.
So he gonna right there and kill her. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So that was
insanity.
his temporary insanity.
Yeah.
I'm not taking up for what he did. I'm talking about temporary insanity from an emotional standpoint.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So did that make him soft or weak? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
He was weak for his heart because he felt something for his son.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So he went off his emotions to kill that man.
Yeah. Nah,
So they said we had no choice but to learn how to deal with shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
we
what
had
they
no
told
choice.
us.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
LaRon McGee says political knowledge is reading the laws of the federal, state, and county governments. City too.
That's
Federal,
okay.
state, locals.
Yeah,
you have to be
I
aware
get
of the
that.
laws
I get
because
that.
we
You
have
No,
to.
definitely we know that. Yeah,
Right.
we definitely got to.
Yeah.
But we just know like we was tricked to vote. You understand what I'm saying? We was tricked to vote because they needed to vote. So that when it came from slavery and they made us citizens, they tricked us. Say we're gonna try to get the Republican guy us to vote on our side. So we voting. You know what I'm saying? Or we want to vote so bad. We want because we want to have a voice.
Yeah, we want. That's like with the DIL thing right now.
Yeah.
My thing is, I don't understand why we feel like we got to be included with them all the time. It's just like when they go back to the sit-ins. Why would you go in a restaurant where they don't want you at? Because you want to be included, and that's your perception or mindset of thinking that going in there is you're equal and being spat on and pulled drinks on, then go to jail. I felt that's the most ridiculous thing that they did. And I don't understand it. And now that takes me back when the DIL thing, why would you want to be included with them when you have all the power over here? If you knew your economic power, you won't worry about being involved with them. The Japanese don't. The Asians don't. They got their own economy.
I think the problem that we had though when we were, and I don't want us to get away from the fact that we did try to do that. We did have our own economy.
Right.
We were building bigger and better things.
Right.
We were having our own within our own community because
That's
we
right.
knew that they didn't want us.
That's right.
But the problem was when they saw how much we were getting and how much better we were doing to them, they decided to bomb us and
kill,
unalive us
They
and all those things.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that put it, instilling that fear within us.
It is.
Changed our mentality and mindset with the 20 or 30 year moving forward because those things happened back in the 20s.
That's right.
In the 30s. So then in the 40s and 50s, we start saying, well, if we can't have our own, then we need to be a part of what you got going on because you're still taking our money. You're still getting our money from us. You're still getting our taxes from us. And you still want us to shop at your store. Well, I'm not going to buy stuff from your store at the back door. You're still charging me the same price.
Right.
So that's what I think that's where the switch happened.
Yeah,
just like the
I
great
get it.
migration from the south to the north happened because we weren't getting the same equality. We felt that the quality was better in the north, but it wasn't. It was the same shit. It just seemed better.
Yeah, this mindset.
Right.
Yeah,
so I don't want us to negate the fact that we did try it.
Right, we did.
We were doing great.
We was.
And,
Oh yeah, I ain't forgetting about that. Yeah, we did. Well, we was doing it now. We was doing it now. And it was terrible that they was able to get away with the bombing that they did and the people that they killed because we had our own and they found themselves, their economic system wasn't circulating right and we weren't participating with them. So, I mean, I get that part.
And like my man just said right on he said like Kanye West said the best slavery was a choice. And I understand why Kanye
he said that. I understand.
People don't understand that. They go, no. He said slavery was a choice because we chose to still stay there.
Yep.
Instead of going on our own.
And you know it's factual because you had Shaka Zulu.
Right.
You had people that revolted.
Right.
Because guess what? They did not want to be slaves.
Right.
And they'd rather die.
Right.
And go out with a bang than to be a slave.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's all about that. The kind of we don't understand. It goes back like because we could say this. We hold the gun. What I'm saying is in the economy, we are the one who spending $3 trillion a year. Mm-hmm. The black community.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We hold the economic power.
We hold the power. You know what I'm saying? We're the ones who spend all the money, right?
Right.
And then boom, and it's crazy how it goes back to unity, bro. We won't even unify to say, but we're not spending no money today.
No, that's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
That's gonna happen.
You got too many motherfucking coon ass niggas. You got too many folks who don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? They selling that. They don't care about that. Oh, I'm doing good. They think if they're doing good on their own account, that fuck everything anybody else.
That's generally the mindset.
Yes, it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not DI. It's DEI.
Yeah,
I knew what you were trying to say. I was
I was saying it wrong. I get
that. Yeah.
It's DEI.
But I think they don't. I think the problem that we have with DEI is that people think it's for black folks and
it's not.
But they use that narrative to put black folks up.
That's what I'm saying. So we are
the narrative of destruction. Exactly. We are the narrative. When you want to get rid of something in this country, you say black people are getting more of it, and then that will get rid of like social programs, welfare, and food stamps. We don't get most of that stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of Caucasians around here.
White folks that get more than
and a trailer park.
But they want to get rid of it, so they just say black folks is doing it.
Right.
When you want to put something negative up. That's like the crack era. You just say the black man was selling crack in front of the White House.
Yeah.
Then you get the war on drugs. You get what I'm saying? So naturally, when something wants to be destroyed, they just say black folks, DEI. Oh, the black folks is getting jobs without even going to school. They walking off the street getting these jobs. And that's not true. You still gotta have the same amount of degrees, you still gotta have the same amount of experience, you still gotta go through the same amount of scrutiny and background checks that anybody else would go through.
That's
Sometimes more. But since they want to get rid of it, they don't want women working. They don't want to have to make sure that they got a ramp for somebody in a wheelchair that works at the job. They don't want to make sure that they really don't want to make sure that they ain't got no children laws. They want children to work in the factories and stuff of those nature. So the best way to get rid of that is by saying black folks are getting it.
Right.
We got to wake up and realize this has nothing to do with us when it comes to DEI. I mean, sure. Anyway,
I know. You know what? We can go on
because you know what you're saying. People, we're so uneducated about the situation, right? And so as soon as they say this, we jump straight on it. We jump right behind it. Whatever master say, we do still to this day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what they say with slavery. Slavery hasn't fucking ended. You know what I'm saying? It just done got different. It got put thrown on the road.
Got different space, different face.
You know
different face. That's all.
So they say whatever they saying do, so we gonna do it. We don't understand, like Farrakhan had been saying. He said, let's not spend money on Black Friday. This is Black Friday.
Yeah, that's when they hung the slaves, and that's when they told us, well, this slave gonna go here, this slave going there. Oh, he's smaller than that. Yeah, that's the day they sold.
And so he was saying not to spend the money because we're spending so much money. They trick you to spend that money from the shit that's been on the shit they need to get rid of before the new year.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all a plan.
It's the same stuff that they were selling for $500. They just marked up the price of $700 and still sell it to you for $500.
Yeah, so make it seem like you getting the deal.
You're not getting a deal. You still spend that same money.
Yeah.
But I think at the end of the day, man, the first things first, man. We definitely need to work on our mental health, man, to the physical health, man. And the mental health is very, very important, and it's basically just becoming aware of your surroundings, becoming aware of what you put your attention at, become aware of what you focus on, man. And it sounds easy, but it takes discipline. That's first and foremost. It's gonna take discipline, and if you really truly want to reach certain goals, and achieve certain things, and to go to that next level, it takes discipline, and then it takes you being focused on that particular goal wherever you want to try to achieve. And then nowadays with our health, some of our health not as good. It's kind of hard to focus on those things. But with me, my goal is, in my community, is definitely to put some healthy products in each individual's hands, kids and all, to help them have a healthier lifestyle. With the healthier lifestyle, you kind of move all those worries out the way. You're able to focus on, some other things and do some other things. But at the end of the day, I think it definitely starts mentally, and then you can count on me in the community to put these products out and help as many people as I can.
Okay, look, I appreciate how you segued to that, because we started jumping.
We started down
We'll go down that rabbit hole in a minute.
Real hard.
You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
So,
but it was awareness. It's just awareness, man. And I was aware.
So
Let me get back.
Before we end the show, if you want to do the test, you know what I'm saying, do a live demonstration.
Okay.
On with the scanner.
Okay.
He has a scanner here that scans your health or whatever needs to be done. We'll do a live,
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
You can try me one time. I'll be the guinea pig.
We're gonna do a live scan, ladies and gentlemen.
Live scan, like, you know what I'm saying.
Go ahead and set this thing up. Let me go get my laptop over here before we close out.
Okay, for sure. See, we're gonna bring something to you on this Atlanta, the Real Atlanta podcast. We're gonna bring something to you, right? You know what I'm saying? We ain't around here just shooting all the time.
Yeah, we have real content here.
Yeah, real content.
We just not playing here.
Right.
So we're gonna head to set this thing up. Put that right there. We're gonna get old Chris hooked up.
And while you're doing that, tell them where they can find your products at what website and what's the website address.
Well, they can definitely come to my barbershop. Atlanta Groomsmen. We're located off of Fairburn Road. That's 62229 Fairburn Road. They can follow me at Health Quest. On Facebook, they can find me at Jay Sherod, JaySherod. I post a lot of my products on my Facebook page and my IG, and then they can follow me at my website is www.iam/vitality.com. They can go to my website and check out my product. They can go right there.
Okay, now you gotta spell out vitality now.
Hey man,
some
they
of
don't know how to spell out vitality now. Come on.
Hey, look, nah, man, you got some of the people that make it past that. They trying to go. You know,
hey, that's what Google for. Vitality. That's what Google for. So we're gonna put that right there. Hold that. Get this set up.
And let me say this while he getting it set up, bro. It's all the doctors damn do.
Right.
You go to the doctor. Yeah. You tell them what's going on with you. They put it in the computer and they tell you what you need to do. I have to the ones who take your blood and do everything you do with your physical stuff. That's when you really get out. You just go to the doctor and say, "Hey, doc, my ear hurt over here. It been hurt. You know what I'm saying? How long it been hurting? What's your pain level? You know what I'm saying? 1 to 10 and blah blah blah."
And just to let you guys know, I'm not trained to be a medical doctor.
No.
I'm just sharing some information.
Okay. Let me get to one of LaRon's last comments.
Oh,
okay.
Since we wait, LaRon says, prove that slavery was a choice. Kanye West is a mentally challenged and crying out for help, and for some reason, y'all listen to him as if he is a leader in the black community. The
I ain't say that.
Kanye West is hurting so bad that he has to lie about sucking his cousin's wood, and y'all are still ignoring his mental health. No, bro, I agree with you. I think he is mental health.
Bro, we know he mental health.
First of all, I ain't never said Kanye was a leader in the community, and I don't follow him like that.
I think he is mentally
ill. Facts will show you that it was a choice, because you had tribes that went against that. You had people that led revolts in the middle of that. So if that wasn't true, they wouldn't have did what they did.
So, yeah.
There was a choice whether or not you wanted to stay there or not.
It was revolts.
Of course it was. Of course it was a lot of mental things going on too. Like with the women, they did a lot of things that scared folks. But guess what? You had a lot of folks that sacrificed their lives and said, "Look, I ain't going down like that. This was finna happen."
And then, he said, like, mentally, we know Kanye is mentally. But a mental motherfucker can tell you some good shit. Just like him. Just
Mm.
like him.
Yeah.
He's saying good stuff.
Yeah.
And he's saying crazy stuff alongside
Yeah.
with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For our opinion, you know what I'm saying? What he's saying. Like,
Right.
I know this
Well,
cat. I know
I
he was.
appreciate him in the conversation.
Yeah, I appreciate him in the conversation.
We need more
you know,
brothers in the conversation. Regardless of what
I'm glad you engaged, brother. I'm glad you engaged.
Yeah.
Hold on.
But yeah,
Gonna
man, you
get
know what I'm
this
saying?
set up.
And we get more people engaged, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
On some real stuff. Like, you know, like if we know this social media, this podcast and all this, but to the fact is, well, we gotta have something to say.
All right.
If you ain't saying nothing, you know what I'm saying? It just be all that ass kissing,
All
kissing
that
somebody,
jaw jacking.
and kissing up on a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing that one, huh?
Yeah.
Nah, we ain't doing that.
Slick say
It's
good show,
sad
Chris.
in our community, man.
Slick
That
say good show, Chris.
we don't know a lot of these we don't know a lot of these people online, the entertainers, and we give them so much attention. But you can have somebody right next to you that is just as intelligent, that has a whole lot of information, and you don't pay them no attention. You don't pat them on the back.
Right.
tell them congratulations.
Right.
But you'll tell somebody congratulations, you don't even know, they ain't even met you.
Congrats on their
That's
baby
true.
and shit like that. You don't even know these folks.
When your Earth Day, brother?
6/21/74.
6/21/74. Okay, that's June. Okay.
21st, yeah.
24.
Gemini season sneaking up early. Yeah, man, let me give a shout out
There
to
you go.
Geminis are loading. Geminis are loading.
Yeah, man.
74. Geminis are loading on the 21st. We're loading, baby. You know what I'm saying? You know, you get ready. You know, we about to kick the door in. You know what I'm saying?
What's your height, brother?
About 6'1".
So we're gonna have to do that in centimeters. Hold on, let me log out for a minute.
Okay, go ahead, do your thing.
Go to Google.
You know what I'm saying?
You say 6'1"?
Yeah.
6'1".
I don't know. Wait, I'm about to lie.
So that's 180.
2 something. It ain't 3. It's 2 something. Hey, do something before 2 something. Understand me?
Right.
So you
Hey,
say-
Bo, I
you
see
say-
you watching, Bo. Hey,
so
Bo,
you say
appreciate
2
you,
something.
boy. Yeah, we
So
are.
we're gonna put 2 something.
2
All right. In kilogram, we got to
Yeah.
kilogram. 124.
Yeah, man. Appreciate everybody who watching in, man. We've been talking on some real important topics on this health kick with my man over here, man.
Yeah.
The new Dr. Seven, you know what I'm saying?
Hey man, don't tell nobody that, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't
And
tell
now
nobody that, man. They gonna start tripping,
put my man
man.
on trial. You know,
Yeah,
Dr. Seven,
exactly.
Dr. Seven was curious, so they were like, he was lying. Just like my brother just said, my man, she didn't have cancer and blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you gonna tell me what them doctors told her, and they told she had no more. And she'll call in. I get her to call in and tell you her story. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Hold on, we gonna go back on live. I got kicked off. Let me go back on my live. Go right here. We're gonna kick back on. My bad. All right, so we almost got this set up. What's your number? Phone number.
678 665 1338. Hey man, I got technical over here.
I know, right?
Put your email in.
I can't see over there.
My
Chris
bad.
Adams
My
got
bad.
CA6.
We sorry, y'all. We got just a few more moments. We're gonna get this test live demonstration done, and then we gonna holler at y'all next Sunday.
Okay.
You feel me? No, not next Sunday. We on vacation next Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we going out of town next Sunday. It's holiday. I guess holiday week. We got 3 days off.
Right. Oh yeah. You can,
Right after that,
yeah, Gmail. CA6 number 6.
CA6
At Gmail. Yeah, we next week. But when we come back, we're gonna make this now. But we come back that week following.
Right.
We get into the nitty gritty. We got some females in here, and we're gonna be discussing it. What a man wants, what a woman wants in a relationship. Hey man, you want to come back, bro? You come back and be one of my. You know what I'm saying? I know you're gonna get it to them raw like me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they gonna think they gonna try to double team on me. They not.
All right, go ahead, put your finger in there, bro. Index. Other way. Yeah, put your index on there. Relax. Put your hand on the table. Relax. Let's see. Make sure you got the people on. All right, so we about to start this. I'm about to show y'all. So y'all can see. This is the scanner. 2 minutes we gonna scan. So I'm about to hit the start button. Get this thing started. Got it in there. Start test.
Y'all can't see it on Facebook and YouTube,
Right,
but I might take this Instagram over there and show it to you real quick.
So they can see.
So y'all gonna have to deal with some wobbly stuff real quick, but yeah, I'm gonna let you see it real quick. Let's see it real quick, Slick. She said she want to see it work. So y'all be looking around our studio trying to see where we at.
It's the screen right here.
So this is screen.
Yep.
Let y'all see the screen. There you go.
Scanning 45 vital points to the body in real time. You probably can hear it clicking now. This is on my laptop, and this is the scanner right here. Now, this scanner you can get anywhere, but with this particular scanner, the company, it's the company's program. So after this is done, it's going to recommend specific products that we have to assist with the health challenge or health issue. Show you guys one more time.
See? Got y'all to see it. That's DJ right there. Now I'm putting y'all back where y'all belong. 2-minute process, 2-minute process, 2-minute process. Y'all got time.
Just about done, ladies.
Just about done. I know y'all hear that thing beeping. I can see it beeping on the meters over here on the radio station. So I know y'all see it beeping.
Testing is complete. So I'll say this for you. So it's processing everything now.
So I can take my finger on it?
Yeah, you can take your finger out.
So we're gonna do send to my email. Or how to do it?
Yeah, go see your email.
Yeah, man, we got this, man. Got a scanner here, man. We scanning this stuff, so we about to leave, man. We what we do the results. So we gonna just end the show. How you want to do it?
I mean, I don't know if you want to show me results. You know?
Everybody get my result, man.
We just wanted to see it work.
Oh, it worked.
So when everything come up, we just gonna give you a little snapshot of what took place. But we're gonna give you the first page. So right here, if you can come back over, with the phone.
I'm going back over.
So we just gonna go over this cardiovascular.
Right. I'm going back over. We're going over the cardiovascular. I'm sorry. Sometimes I can't say words, even with that.
So this system right here, we're just gonna show you this system. He blue and yellow and green. That's good. You don't see nothing in the red. So we just gonna go back to the top. His blood viscosity, cholesterol is normal. Blood fat normal. Vascular resistance, that's normal. Mine was tripping. I got to get right with mine. But everything is good on this right here. Everything good. So we're going to go to the GI and everything, but I don't know if he wants y'all in his business.
No, he don't want y'all
but
in
just
his
to show
business.
y'all, so we're going to go to the next thing, but we're going to holler at y'all.
All right.
Hey, man, listen, man. We're gonna check this thing out, man. Appreciate everybody checking in, tapping in. Lee G with all that goddamn shit you was saying. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you was on the show, brother. You was getting able to talk and stuff like. But most definitely, we'll be back in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Won't be here next week, but in 2 weeks, man, to kick it, man, brother. I might actually come back on that week when we got these females in here with this conversation we were gonna be having. But hey, man. Peace and blessings, man, to everybody out there, man.
Yeah, peace
We
and
about there,
blessings to
man,
you all.
man. We so ATL.
That's
Y'all make sure y'all get with Chris. Y'all want these products. I got
yeah.
what you want. I got what you need.
For sure. We out of here, man.
I'm so ATL. I'm so ATL. I'm so ATLANTAGA, bitch. Fuck the rest. ATL. I'm so ATL. I'm so ATL. I'm so